course, was Dr. King's famous speech in the Washington Mall, not the one that he did in Memphis for the municipal sanitation workers, but the message is the same. And I think it kind of dates you by generation as to where you were and how old you were when this took place. But what we see today is a lot of new generations of young folks that can only read about it or watch it. A lot of us were able to see this in person on TV as it unfolded. Okay, now if you would join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 4, minutes of the meeting for January 7, 2008. Present the board members in written form.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion by Monica, second by Steve. Any additions, corrections, changes? Hearing none, those in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carries. That brings us to item 5, citizens' comments.
Norm Clausen.
No comment. No comment.
That's all the items we had tonight.
Okay. Anyone else wishing to speak under citizens' comments? Hearing none, I'll close citizens' comments. Move on to item 7, administrative report. Nothing tonight, Mr. President. Moves us to item 7, new business. First item being item A, to receive the planning commission recommendation to consider a conceptual plan for the request of land Scala, this is of Centerpoint Properties, to develop 3 industrial warehouse distribution office buildings and associated site improvements on approximately 105 acres generally located in the southeast quadrant, 116th Street, 88th Avenue intersection. Did you want to take more than one of these at once, Gene?
Yes, if we could take items A through E, I'll be making one presentation.
We have a motion to bring up items A through B at the same time. So moved. Motion a second for bringing A through B up at the same time. Item B is to receive the planning commission recommendation to consider ordinance for 08-02 for zoning map amendment for the request of land Scala Centerpoint Properties in the on behalf of GAF Arms. You're the owner and to rezone the northern approximate 47 acres of the approximate 112 acre property located at 8215 116th Street from A1, which is Agricultural Preservation District, M1 Limited Manufacturing District. The rezoning includes a small approximate 0.65 acre field delineated wetland area, which is to be area located within the northern approximate 47 acres, proposed to be zoned from A1 to C1. This is the Lowland Resource Conservancy District. C is to receive the planning commission recommendation to consider ordinance 08-03 for a zoning map amendment for the request of land Scala Centerpoint Properties to rezone the field delineated wetland and primary and plant run corridor areas located on the southern portion of the approximate 58 acre Centerpoint West Park property, and this is located on the southeast corner of 116th Street, County ML, and 88th Avenue, County Trunk H. This is in the C1 district with non-wetland, non-PEC areas being placed into the A2 General Agricultural District. Item D is to receive the planning commission recommendation and consider the request of land Scala Centerpoint Properties on behalf of the GAR Farms. They are the owner for a certified survey map to subdivide the approximate 112 acre property located at 8215 116th Street into 2 lots. Item E is to receive the planning commission recommendation and consider the request of land Scala Centerpoint Properties, owner for the certified survey map to subdivide the approximate 47 acre lot 1 of the Kochi Farm, CSM, generally located at the 8215 116th Street into 2 lots and 1 lot.
Mr. President, members of the board, this is a slide of the general location map for the request this evening. As you read into the record, there are 5 items that are before you for consideration. The first is a conceptual plan. This is a general conceptual plan for the area south of 116th Street into the area east of 88th Avenue. This conceptual plan is for a 3-building warehouse, distribution, and office development complex. In addition, as part of this process, this matter was before the Planning Commission at their last meeting on Monday night, and they considered an operational plan for the easternmost 453,000 square foot speculation. That item was approved by the Planning Commission, subject to the action of these 5 items that you have before you this evening. Next is an aerial photo perspective of the area. So it's the area south of the Sunpress and VW buildings, which are just north of 116th Street and just to the southeast of the UI warehouse building. This is a 2000 aerial photograph, giving you a perspective. There is a single-family subdivision that is southwest of this particular property area, and the two properties in question are the Gar Farms LLC property, which is to the east, and identified as tax parcel number 924-122-332-0200. And then the second property to the west is Center Point Square Land Company property. It's identified as tax parcel number 924-122-320-0251. This property area, as some background information, has been under review and consideration by the Plan Commission and Village Board for a number of years. A comprehensive plan was approved by the Village Plan Commission on May 12, 2003. And in that comprehensive plan update, the entire area of South 116th Street between 8th Avenue, where 80th Street and 80th Avenue extend would be identified as industrial area in the comprehensive plan. There's some area that's just in the southwest of the industrial that's identified as PEC, that's primary environmental corridor, and then there's also a crosshatched area that still was identified as low medium residential classification. That area is currently in ag production. The Green Hill Farms neighborhood plan was updated subsequent to the comprehensive plan, and that update took place on May 12, 2003. And the Plan Commission approved this neighborhood plan with the modification resolution 03-12. And again, it was to modify the plan to reflect this change to the light industrial classification for this particular area. In 2004, Wispark had brought to us a conceptual plan for the then just Wispark property, which is the western portion of this land area. At that time, building 1, 2, and 3 were identified with a conceptual plan. As you know, conceptual plans are only valid for about 1 year, so as a result, the 1-year time frame did expire, and so any new plan moving forward would require new approvals by the Plan Commission and the Board for conceptual consideration. The year 2008 conceptual plan that you have before you identifies 3 buildings. A first easternmost building, which again would consider its operational plan by the Plan Commission. A second building in the center, which is just over 500,000 square feet, and then a third building to the far west, just over 404,000 square feet. A master grading and site plan was prepared by the developer's engineer, and it did identify specifically how all 3 of the sites would be developed and how they would be sharing stormwater management facilities to the south and to the east and at the northwest corner of the development area. And in fact, the initial easternmost phase 1 spec building will involve grading on that site for that first spec building, as well as grading in the very northwest corner and the construction of a stormwater management facility to service this property in this area. In addition, there'll be some berming that is constructed on the south end of the first development parcel, and some of the spoils and materials from the initial base that are constructed will be placed at those locations, so those initial berms can be constructed. There is a WEPCO easement that separates these 3 industrial properties with the land to the south. It runs east-west. Actually, I'm not sure if it's an ATC actually, but now it's supposed to be Energy WEPCO, but I think on all these slides it's identified as a WEPCO easement. And that's primarily our transition area between the industrial land to the north and then the starting